next up in my very generously referred to as independent RPG closer looks. The Alien RPG, you've probably heard of it. As I mentioned in my video for Tales from the Loop, Free League and Modiphius are, Modiphius is a bigger company that's out there, so calling it independent is maybe a little wrong, but I'm going to mention it because I think that Alien is a genuinely excellent game, and I think that Free League has done, even if I think they maybe have stretched themselves too far with media tie-ins, I think they've done media tie-ins better than very many people have done. I think because they have put in quality work that doesn't feel like a money grab. It feels like it's been play tested. It's good stuff. And I think it does a good job of capturing the essence of the media that it is tying into. I got a chance to play Alien. I loved it. I want to run it at some point. I also have talked in the past about I want to use Alien to run 2300 AD, the old GDW game. Although I am leaning now, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm leaning up toward using 2300 AD stuff for an Alien game, just because I do feel like it would be easier to draw people into the idea of Alien. They're familiar with it. They've seen the movie. Anyway, Alien, I think, well worth checking out. It's got very cool artwork. It is, the quality books Free League puts out, they're great books. I'd love to see them stay a little focused. Maybe keep it down to just a handful of games and actually really support them. It feels like they were losing focus for a while, although I will say it does feel like maybe they've corrected somewhat, like they're getting the ship on the right course again. So, fingers crossed, good for them, keep it going. But here's a game that is definitely different, real easy to use system. I think that the Year Zero engine, each Free League game that uses it, which is most of them, does its own thing with it. I think this one does a great bit with adding the stress die. I thought that worked great. I really liked the way the stress die worked in it, which is basically like when you build up stress, you actually get better at stuff because you become so hyper focused and intense on stuff, and you're building up and you get better chances to do stuff, but you're better, but also you have a much better chance of colossally failing. So it's really interesting as you're adding stress dice, you're like, oh, I'm going to roll so many dice and have so many chances to do well, but every one of those also adds that little chance to get catastrophically wrong, which is great. So anyway, I love Alien. I had a blast playing it, and I can't wait to try some more, and I definitely want to run this at some point. And I think you should check it out if it is the kind of thing you might be interested in. I think it's good obviously for horror, for the sci-fi horror of Alien, but I think it could just be good for a more gritty without being a crunchy system. It's not like a system that's going to nickel and dime you and make you think about every last detail of your spacesuit's construction or anything like that, but a gritty sort of sci-fi, the kind of sci-fi where space will kill you real easy, where the worlds you're going to are hostile, and life off of a planet that is ours, off of Earth, that life is not easy. And that's the kind of world that I think Alien does a good job of recreating. So check it out. Really good game. If you like what I'm doing here, check out my links below. Support me in a way that you can. Like and subscribe if that's all you can do. That's great. It's all I can usually do, so I understand. Anyway, until next time, take care.